There is a specific art to breaking a man without wrinkling a $3,000 Tom Ford suit, and Min Jae had perfected it. It wasn't about rage. Rage was messy, and Min Jae detested mess. This was simply physics applied with ruthless efficiency. With a grip like steel, he pinned the trembling debtor against the rough concrete wall, his knuckles pressing into the man's windpipe just enough to cut off his air, but not his consciousness. Hello, viewers. Welcome to AfroKWave-Tv. Before we dive into the main storyline, kindly support us by hitting the subscription button. Also tell us where you are watching this video from in the comment section. Min Jae watched with bored indifference as a dark droplet of blood trickled from the corner of the man's lip, hovering dangerously close to his own pristine white cuff. He didn't yell. He didn't threaten. He didn't even raise his pulse. He simply stared with eyes so empty, so devoid of human empathy, that they made the grown man in his grasp start to weep uncontrollably. The narrow alleyway grew heavy, suffocated by the clashing scents of expensive musk cologne and raw primal fear. For the victim, shaking in his sweat-soaked shirt, this was the end of the world. For Min Jae, who was mentally checking the alignment of his silk tie with his free hand, it was just another Tuesday. "You have 48 hours, Min Jae said, his voice smooth as silk. "After that I take everything. Choose wisely." His phone buzzed. Min Jae checked the screen. His sister Ji-won had called 17 times. He stepped out into the cool October night, gesturing for his men to clean up. "Oppa, where have you been?" Ji-won's voice exploded through the speaker. "Working. What's the emergency?" "The wedding is in 3 days. Mum is going insane. She's seated you at the singles table with Aunt Mi-sun, who is trying to set you up with her friend's daughters again. I need you to bring a +1, Min Jae. Please, just find someone so Mum stops nagging and I can enjoy my day." Min Jae rubbed his temples. "Ji-won, you know I don't do relationships. Just rent a date. Please. For me." Min Jae sighed, looking up at the Seoul skyline. "Fine. I'll handle it." He hung up, scrolling through his contacts. No one fit. He was about to call an agency when his second-in-command, Tae-sung, approached. "Boss, we have a situation." The bartender from Club Azure witnessed the collection. She was in the back hallway. Min Jae's jaw tightened. "Bring her to the warehouse." "Boss, she's not scared. She's actually asking for overtime pay for the delay." 20 minutes later, Min Jae stood in his warehouse office overlooking the Han River. Tae-sung walked in with a striking woman who looked utterly out of place yet completely unbothered. She was African, tall and elegant despite her exhaustion. Her dark skin glowed under the office lights, and her hair was styled in long, intricate box braids tied back in a loose ponytail. She wore paint-stained jeans and a faded hoodie that said Korea National University of Arts. "Amara Diop," Min Jae said, reading the file Tae-sung handed him. "You saw something tonight you shouldn't have." Amara shrugged, shifting the weight of her heavy backpack. "I saw a man who owed money getting roughed up. I'm from a place where debt collectors are much louder than you. Can I go now? I have a thesis project due, and a shift at the cafe in 4 hours." Min Jae stepped closer, trying to use his height to intimidate her, but she held her ground, looking him dead in the eye with deep, dark brown eyes. "You aren't afraid," he observed, genuinely baffled. "Look, Mr. Suit," she said, her Korean fluent but accented. "I am an international student on a scholarship that barely covers my rent. My mother back home needs surgery. My landlord hates foreigners, and I haven't slept in 2 days. You are just another rich man in Seoul making my life difficult. Get in line." Min Jae stared at her. She was beautiful, defiant, and brutally honest. Most people in this city trembled at his name. She just looked annoyed. An insane idea formed in his mind. "I have a proposal," he said. "I need a date for my sister's wedding this weekend. A distraction, 3 days. In exchange, I will pay for your mother's surgery." Amara froze. The exhaustion in her eyes was replaced by shock. "You're joking." "I never joke about money. You pretend to be my girlfriend, an artist I met at a gallery. You attend the events, you smile, and then we never speak again. I'll wire the money for the surgery tonight." "Why me?" she asked suspiciously. "Because you're the only woman in Seoul who isn't looking at me with fear or greed, and because bringing a foreigner will shock my conservative aunt enough that she'll leave me alone." Amara bit her lip, weighing her pride against her mother's health. She looked at his hand, dangerous, powerful, and then extended her own. "Fine, but strict rules. No touching unless necessary. And you explain to your family why I don't eat spicy food." Minjae shook her hand. Her palm was warm, contrasting with his cold skin. "Agreed. Welcome to the family, Amara.